Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Paul Caraway, and I'm your host for The Scene. I also want to welcome our KGVR Grapevine listeners because I'm doing a special broadcast for you today. It's all about Grapevine. And with the Christmas season upon us, there is so much going on that I want to share with you. Just to get started right now, starting tonight, you have the Holiday Inn movie that's going to be showing at the Palace Theater at 7 p.m. That's going to be starring Bing Crosby, Fred Astaire, and Marjorie Reynolds, one of those classic films. And then on Friday night, you're going to have White Christmas, one of my all-time favorites with Bing Crosby, Danny Kaye, and Rosemary Clooney. Then on Saturday is going to be the Rocky Gribble Presents a Grapevine Opry Christmas. Now, one of the things I want to caution you all on is that these theater events at the Palace Theater, you want to make sure and call ahead of time to make sure that they're not already sold out. I do believe a Grapevine Opry Christmas is sold out, but just to make sure, give them a call and they'll be able to help you there. The number is 817-410-3100. So what else is going on? Well, Sunday the 9th is Miracle on 34th Street, another great epic Christmas film. It's a Wonderful Life is going to be on Monday, December 10th. Just another one of those classic films. So what else is going on? Well, you've got other things that are going to be going on. You've got your traditional things that I blog about on Fridays, like Glass Cactus, Will Hoyt's, Tolbert's, and places like that are doing their normal programs, okay? But on Friday nights, one of the things I wanted to point out is that it's always cruise night. It's from 6 to 9 p.m. Classic cars are going to be shown there. That's a normal thing, but remember, this is going to be a Christmas twist this time of year. Now, you've got the Three Redneck Tenor Spectacular at Oh Look Performing Arts. I think that ended already. It might have been last weekend, but just keep an eye out on that. The Christmas Farmers Market, it is right behind the gazebo at Town Square. Some people might miss that, but it goes from 1 p.m. to 9 p.m., so it's there during all the heavy traffic and activity times. That's December 7th through the 9th and the 14th through the 23rd. Great opportunity to be able to pick up your farmer markets items there. And then, of course, you have your storefront as well that's down there in Grapevine. But if you're just strolling along, make sure and stop by at the farmer's market. Now, Christmas on Main is currently running, and it runs through December 23rd. It's an historic downtown Grapevine. It runs from Fridays 2 p.m. to 5 p.m., Saturdays noon to 5, and Sundays 1 to 4 p.m., and that's a free program. Enjoy the beautiful backdrop of the Victorian-style buildings dressed up with ribbons, bows, wreaths, set aglow with twinkling lights, tractor-drawn wagon rides, which are right there behind the gazebo, which will be depart the gazebo, at select times. And it's $1 a person for that. Proceeds for that benefit the historic preservation of the Nash Farm facility. Now, one of the other programs that's going on is with the Vitro Glass Blowing Studio and Gallery. Now, they do extreme ornament making, kind of program. It is so cool. I've got some of their glass blown art there as well, and it's just such a beautiful piece of art. Now, in addition to that, you've got the North Pole Express, which is presented by Great Wolf Lodge, and that's going to be running this weekend as well. It's from the 7th through the 9th, and then you also have from the 14th to the 23rd. So that's going to be running the entire time. Now, that's right down there at the Grapevine Vintage Railroad. Now, the times for that program does vary, and if you can sign up online, I strongly recommend that. That's just a given because that sells out very quickly. For those who do not know, it's a unique Christmas experience because there's memories that are being built with that. So, you can be aboard the Grapevine Vintage Railroad, North Pole Express, and, as one of those most popular Christmas Capital of Texas events, which I'll get back to that in a second. Families and children of all ages will enjoy the one-of-a-kind Christmas experience. The experience begins at the historic Cotton Belt Depot platform where riders will board the beautiful decorated rail coaches as the train departs in the anticipation of arriving at the North Pole fields. And elves will begin the welcome the guest and sing traditional Christmas music. And while aboard the North Pole Express, guests receive a memory mug of Santa's special frosty chocolate snow milk and delicious Christmas cookies to enjoy during the journey. At the Reindeer Ridge, Mrs. Claus boards and presents each child with a We Believe bell. So a little jingle bell that they can use. Then you have the Lone Star Christmas Snow Tubing, which is running at the Gaylord Texan Resort and Convention Center. That's going to run through January 1st, and if you haven't been out to the Gaylord Texan for Christmas, it's another spectacular area, especially when you go and see ice and things like that. Gaylord really knows how to do a production out there as well. So you're going to be able to be on snow and sledding, and it's a 12-lane giant snow tubing program. Then you have the Lone Star Christmas and Ice featuring Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Once again, that's there at the Gaylord. These are going to be paid programs, but it's unbelievable what you're going to see in the ice. So there's 2 million pounds of ice that it's kept at a chilly 9 degrees, and it's in a spectacular 17,300 square foot ice exhibit. It's hand carved by 40 master artisans from Harbin, China, who traveled across the world to create these magical holiday scenes for the family to enjoy. So there's more information at Christmas at GaylordTexan.com if you're interested in that. At Grapevine Mills Mall, you have Santa's Photo Experience. Of course, that's through now through December 24th. Of course, times vary for that because we know December 24th late at night and in early morning, Santa's going to be busy delivering his gifts. Now, Santa's Wonderland at Bass Pro Shops out in the world also is going on right now, and that's also going through December 24th. And they put the spirit of the outdoors in your Christmas season at Bass Pro Shops. And, Santa has arrived already there, and experience, Santa's Wonderland as you go through there. Now, one of the things that people might not be aware of is they have actually a brewery upstairs that's available there for the adults. So there's a lot of interesting things going on there. Now, at Warhammer Citadel Christmas. Now, for those that are really into the Warhammer program, they are doing their Christmas program, and it runs now through December 24th, December 26th through January 1st of 2019. And you can immerse yourself in the Warhammer hobby this holiday season. Have some hot coffee, play some cool games at the Warhammer Citadel. If you want that information, you can always visit my website as well for the blog at kgvrgrapevine.com on Fridays, and I'll have that information in there. Now, then you have Snowland at Great Wolf Lodge. Now, that runs through January 4th, with snow showers, twinkling lights, and gingerbread houses abound. Discover the magical world of Snowland. Now, in Grapevine, it's at the Great Wolf Lodge. So it's, during Snowland, there's, your guest at the family-friendly resort experience an 84-degree indoor water park along with the special visits and so forth. So that's the neat thing about that. No matter what the temperature is outside, it's 84 degrees inside. So you can come to Great Wolf Lodge anytime during the year and enjoy a great experience just by being in a nice, warm, consistent temperature out there. So let's go back down to downtown Grapevine. Dr. Seuss Chocolate Christmas. Well, daily you're going to be able to sample some handcrafted hot chocolate bars. And that's going to be running through December 23rd. That's right there on Main Street. Now, there is a $4 tasting fee for that. The 37th annual Parade of Lights, which is going to be going through downtown Grapevine. Now, I'm going to take the opportunity to be able to broadcast some of that live. You can follow me, and I'll post that link as well below the video. So if you want to see part of what Grapevine's Christmas Parade is all about, you have an opportunity to check it out. I'll tell you, the tree lighting was spectacular. I know that the parade is always a lot of fun. I've been a part of that before. So let's see what else we have going on. One of the things that, if you're not familiar with, it was really a cool event. I've done this a couple of times now. The Grapevine Springs Winery, they have a Night Watchman Ghost Tour, and that runs Thursday, Friday, Saturday nights. And you have to go to their website and sign up for that. Anyway, the link will be available on Friday's blog post. If you don't have it, I'll reference the blogs that this is talking about, so that you can have that in the link below. The Games Afoot is, or Holmes for the Holidays, that's as in Sherlock Holmes. That's currently running at the Runway Theater. For more information, you can go to the Runway Theater there as well. Then you have the Texas Star Dinner Theater, which is running A Cold-Hearted Christmas. And that is a live impromptu dinner theater. And if you've been once, it doesn't matter, because it will continue going on the way throughout the season, because it's automatic improv. And so you don't know what's going to happen. That runs Thursday through Sunday in December, by the way. So they did exchange that a little bit, and then double shows are on Friday and Saturday. So there's even more of an opportunity to be able to do that. And if you've missed any of this information, of course, you replay the video, but you can always listen into kgvrgrapevine.com, and you can listen in to have what the latest information that's going on right now as well. Let's go back to the calendar here and take a look and make sure that I didn't miss anything, because there is just so much going on. For example, Chili Dogs, which is 3 singing snowmen. That's located at the downtown Main Street as well. It's right in front of the historical building that's there. That's the showing how people lived back in the turn of the century. Then you have the blood drive at the Wreck of Grapevine and Wise Guys Pizzeria. That's going on today, it looks like, actually. So make sure and get out there, step out, and give some blood. We have the Hometown Christmas, which is the Grapevine Tower Gallery. Then we have at Bingham Family Tasting Room, they will be having presents the Wine 101, so you can learn a bit more about wine. Let's see, we've got other things that are going to be going on, and there's just so much. It's hard to keep track of them all. We talked about the ornament making, the Parade of Lights. The Parade of Lights, let me get the details on that real quick for you, and so that we make sure and get you there on time. Now, that's free. It's at 7 p.m., and it does round down historic Grapevine. And it starts just south of Dallas Road, Dallas and Grapevine. So if you're anywhere down the strip there in Grapevine, you'll be able to see it. I was in talking to Judy at Judy's Pie, and they were just overwhelmed last year about the number of people that came in after the event for hot chocolate. They had over 260 people just for hot chocolate right after the parade. So if you want hot chocolate, make sure and get closer to Judy's Pie, rather. Now, make sure and bring the entire family, because it is family friendly. It's the largest lighted Christmas parade in North Texas. This Grapevine Tradition features more than 100 lighted floats and marching bands, and look out for Santa because he's going to be on the last float as well. Come early to claim your spot along the historic Main Street to watch this exciting holiday event. I tell you, it's a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed it. The parade is actually coordinated by the Grapevine Chamber of Commerce, and if you want more information on that, you can feel free to visit their website as well. Now, back to my other projects that's going on here, or other events that are going on. At the hometown holiday at the settlement of to the city museums, there is actually some pretty neat events there. I took some pictures the other day, and one of them is a gnome Santa sleigh. Then you have within the Ice House, you have a historic information that's through there. It has some tools, for example, from Will Hoyt's. You'll find some pretty other neat things, printing press, I believe, radios. You never know what you might find in those kind of museums, but it was very interesting. I got in a little late to be able to get through the entire exhibit, but that's pretty neat, along with the other settlement museum houses right there as well. That's at 206 West Hudgens Street. That's like a block off of Main. We mentioned some of the other programs that are out there, like the Citadel Warhammer program that's going on. Make sure and get your photo with Santa. There's a lot of those opportunities out there as well. And because, those times vary, so depending on where he's at, when he'll be there. So, and we don't forget about the car show. And that is, pretty much it for right now. I don't think I've missed anything. I think I covered all the details. But if you have any questions, feel free to listen to kgvrgrapevine.com. We try to stay up to date as much as we can. And I post on the blog, I post my blog on the website every Friday for what's happening in Grapevine. And Tuesdays, I'm talking about, it's all about Grapevine, because there's so much that goes on in Grapevine. Simply just can't cover it all in a single blog. So my name is Paul Caraway. I hope you have a great Merry Christmas. I will be off next week, and I will make some posts that keep things up to date. You'll have a great evening. Bye.